What is up, people? It is I, Curves136. I promised those of you who were watching earlier that I would come back with DotA of some sort. I've decided to do solo ranked. It took me some time to figure it out because I tried to get some people with me. Not as much response as I might have hoped for, so instead I said, hey, I got some role queue games. Let's do it. Granted, I think recently I've been discovering that I might actually be better playing Dota as like a 4 or a 5. Still left to be determined. The only way to really know that is to see how I do when I play more ranked as a safe lane carry, to see if I'm able to keep up with my own MMR or if I start to drop. Because if I drop substantially, it means that it's not really my role. Now, granted, with my friends who we play with, Rocket and stuff, none of them are really safe lane carries, so I have to carry anyway because they're not going to be able to do it. But it doesn't mean that that's necessarily like the position for me, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna brush up on some of the newer items. Do. I hate waiting for matches. It just adds the stress to the situation. Not my favorite. I actually never see Helm of the Overlord so expensive. Just thinking about items and stuff. So many things I'm not used to like seeing. I guess there's just been so many changes. What's the cooldown? 18 seconds? What about Yules? 23. I mean, it's just better. Though significantly more expensive. Like I know most stuff. There's like a thing here or there where I'm like, what? already 5 minutes in. Apparently my behavior score means nothing. MR is garbage. Here it comes. Alright. Gotta get a win. Ooh. Well, for once it feels like a fairish game. Whenever I'm like Legend 1, it's like Legend 3, Legend 2, Legend 3 on the enemy team.
Seconds to pick.
Come on, guys. Thank you, Grip Stroke.
Select a hero, please.
Beastmaster is shits on Slark.
Only 10 seconds.
I'll pick if he doesn't. It's fair.
Hurry, hurry.
And the last guy is DC'd, so he doesn't have the chance to like counter pick me with a lot of time. This person should know what they're picking, though. He's annoyed because even if he's a core, that means Rubik must be the mid or something.
Oh, they're back.
AM should lose to Tiny and myself. I think we have this. AM is kind of bad versus Tiny and myself. We're just going to want to fight kind of early.
Good idea.
will.
Normally.
Without delay.
30 seconds until digital sports.
Rubik is not at the rune right now. Why does he have 200 gold sitting around?
We understand.
2 at bottom, 1 with lion top.
It's time for Fantasy World avatars to pretend to murder one another.
We are. We will. As needed.
And the blood spills.
First blood? What is this? I came here to be tested.
Now come. I didn't go back to base. I wasn't sure how fast I'd be. I really need the experience. Beastmaster too. I have a bad skill first.
For victory. We rush. Denied.
Lion's walking.
We move.
Kind of unacceptable. I understand he uses TP, so it's not like there's anything that can be done, but I'm missing many last hits here. Ben's already going to ship because Lion got greedy.
Attack. Onward.
It's actually 34 gold. It's actually quite a lot.
We see. We agree.
At least Lion's trying to harass. I can appreciate that.
Good idea. We move. As needed. Like stiff. We will take.
Pushing wave. I love that. I love when a support just randomly throws their Q through the wave.
We feel yes. As ordered.
Your
Thank you.
under attack. I guess
That's worth
the
it.
courier will never answer for its awful cry. 2 innocent lives taken.
Swarm. Our lance. We shall strike. Beware.
Missing Rubik. Rubik has returned.
We understand. Forward. Our lance catches the sun now. There. Simple.
once, but then hit me both. Take a small one where I can get it.
We will.
Overly dickish way for Tiny to ping out that he's low level. He could just pinged his level, so you can do that. Mouse is actually playing well. Honestly, I still got most of it off. Not gonna complain. My sisters are not great, but they're not as bad as they could be. Welcome, what I assume is Falcon. Ah, so close. I really can't afford to be here, but I want the experience at the very least. Yep. The range is a little bit rough. Oh, thanks. I'm bringing myself myself. I can't dive him. Not this health. My cell's coming right now, Lion, so I'm gonna salve in the background.
Make that 2.
Good double kill. He has ult. I just guessed.
Mid-tower taking damage.
I punched him pretty heavily for his commit, so not too bad.
Bottom tower being attacked.
Yes.
Congratulations. Your middle tower is attacked. Take that, middle tower. That's what you get for trusting us.
Yes.
Looks like Invoker lost. Ugh.
For victory. Beware. We will. Easy.
Quite a spree. A vicious double swing.
Sorry for the no missing. I was in base. I just came back like 20 seconds ago.
Onward. We understand. We rush. Quickly. We will. Yes.
There's 3 up here.
Good idea.
See how your top tower is still on the map?
He didn't have enough for I mean, it was a bad fight. When you take a bad fight, you can't expect us to die with you necessarily. I mean, I did anyway, but you know.
Dominating. Your top tower is under attack.
Impossible.
He put him out of his own Sunstrike.
Dire of duct taped cardboard all over their
It's almost like there's a whole fucking team there.
For victory. We see. We will.
Am's coming mid.
We march.
They're just running at us.
Lion's heart is order.
We shouldn't fight Tiny. Yeah, cancel.
We understand. Simple.
top tower under
I have a TP. I can come to a fight, but you gotta understand I don't have any items at all. I'm way smaller than like half their team.
I'd like not to lose my top tower as a fortune ever had. I suggest you get over there right away. Your top tower has been destroyed.
Without delay.
Killing spree.
Yes.
Enemy towers are invulnerable for the next few seconds. What need have I for this?
Don't start turning into a douchebag now, Lion.
Turn back. Jakir is following you up. Jesus, what the fuck?
Your middle tower is under attack. More death.
fight this guy, or should I leave the lane?
I can come over. Rubik and Dazzle are mid, so they're not with him.
My two supports are farming in the jungle.
No, dude, you defend the top. You top, bro.
Defending what?
What's not there?
Dominant performance. A double slaughter.
You guys could have come top. Literally don't want to
Your
fight
bottom
anything
tower
high.
is under attack.
Yo.
And your bottom tower is gone. Completely gone.
Don't start blaming Lion. He did not feed relentlessly. Top went bad, but fine. There's no feeding there. We had a hard lane. We lived.
Outrage! No. Good idea.
Freedom at last. Hunt.
Yes. Onward.
Beastmaster mid. He has a hawk here. Whatever, bat. It's actually a bat, but.
We rush. Easily. And I brush. He falters.
5 that's way.
We move. We march. Without delay.
Enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Now. Yes.
Mega kill.
We march. Death is only the start of your side. Yes. Simple. We see.
I'll push out top.
We rush. Our lance is ready.
Probably not alone.
We will.
Hasted dazzle.
As needed.
More death.
Man, he probably did the right thing. That fight was probably unwinnable. The game has such bad attitudes, honestly. It's such a useless fucking shard to get, I feel like.
Your middle tower is being torn to pieces. Your middle tower has been eliminated.
For victory.
The fuck is that rain? Jesus.
Without delay.
That dazzle's gone.
Diffusal blade. Yes. We see.
Whole lot of murder going on here.
I mean, there's like 4 of them, and we can fight. I guess I'll come. I think we'll die.
Dominant performance. Sanction wicked sick.
Order was an act of charity.
That's why I don't like to play solo ranked, like, or solo games at all. Everybody just has a bad attitude already. Voger's got a bad attitude, Lion's got a bad attitude, Tiny kind of had a bad attitude at the beginning. The only person who hasn't had a bad attitude is Groomstroke. Thing's invulnerable.
Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Good kill.
Quite a spree.
We can kill Jakiro if we can get over to him. Can you toss me on him? I have defusal. In 2.
TP out.
We rush.
He might have.
Should have TP out already.
Cannot hide. We will. We understand. We agree.
Thanks.
Onward.
Coming. Am's out of mana. I might die here, but at least he doesn't have anything he can do. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think if we can get you fed enough, Tiny, we got a chance. At this point, I'm like the 3, basically. You're the 1.
Without delay. Forward. Quickly. As needed.
I'll go bottom. Wait for me. Don't show up.
As needed. Money changes hands.
You want me down there too?
Now.
No, no, no. Just keep farming. What is gonna show up bottom?
Beastmaster's top, so.
We march.
Bro. I just stole you, don't show up.
We will take it.
That's fucking retarded. We could have killed him. What the fuck are you casting spells? Just wait for me.
Without delay. Yes. My people die for nothing. I will not falter again. For victory.
I can buy back when Tiny's up. Or if it matters. But right now, it doesn't look like it's gonna matter.
I convey your spirit to the mortal realm. An acceptable amount twice the money. Mixar taking damage.
Tiny's the only one who has any kills in the team.
One middle tower for you. One's middle tower being attacked.
yeah, I knew that nobody was a team because I had strict solo on. Alright, I can't possibly get a game as bad as that. So let's do it again. Right? It's a little late to be doing another game, but fuck it. I can't end on such a game that literally got destroyed right before it started. Like, honestly, the reason we lost is because, if I'm correct, Invoker had nothing. Our lane was tough too, which is a combination of PL not being the best pick, as well as me not playing necessarily ideal. I missed some last hits I shouldn't have missed. And yeah, a little bit tiny, but like not really. So my farm started out okay, but not great. Like, this is fine-ish, and then kind of mez. Around the 8-minute mark, it's like, Invoker was actually doing well, and I'm shocked it took him so long to buy his Midas. Until about 10 minutes-ish, and then he kind of plateaued for a little bit. But, he was still competitive. More than me, anyway, but which is sad because he has a Midas, right? So think about that. Has a Midas, should be getting exponentially more farm with. That's how Midas works. His line is basically my line, just a little higher. There's no, like, spike. Like, it's always equidistant, which means he's fucking up severely. So Invoker should have had way more money right around here. Tiny actually was doing alright. It was fine, I guess. I don't know. Item-wise, I mean, when did he get it? 11 minutes? I don't know. I feel like you can get a Midas much faster. I guess it's because he did go he didn't rush it. He went Null Talisman and Boots and stuff. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. He didn't rush the Midas, which is okay. It's an option. Tiny I thought was reasonable, build-wise. I don't know why he got this online. A complete waste of money. Grim, I never like when people get Aether Lens first, but at least all the people who get it, Grim isn't the worst. I don't know. I just felt like Lion dying first, which is it happens, and not being a lane right away really hurt me. And they have a really strong lane because Rubik and Beastmaster do have kill potential, and Lion was all right. He was fine. I wouldn't sit here and tell you it was a bad. He was bad. It's just we just got worse and worse off. We probably should have asked for help. That's what really should have happened. We should have been like, hey, we need help. We're not doing so hot, and then see what happened. It's just sad when things just collapse on all fronts. I'm just trying to calm. Answering a Discord conversation, by the way. Well, at least my MMR is plummeting, so games should get easier and easier, right? I lost 30. 30? Fuck. 30. Seems fair. Pretty sure they killed AM bottom, so you can't have had that much farm. Right? Early. He was doing meh until about 8 or 9 minutes, then he started doing really well. Yeah, I don't know, we just lost every lane, basically. bottom being our best, but we lost every lane. Come on, I just want my next game. I want to be up all night. I lost lint on my mouse cord now. It's very unpleasant. Okay. Better game, better game, better game. I avoided some people, so Soul and I don't know, these symbols here are who I might like to avoid. Well, I'll just return to matchmaking because apparently that couldn't be that easy, right? Couldn't just get a match.
Your turn to ban. 5 seconds remaining.
And not the same people. Mid troll. I don't really like it, but I'm sure it's doable.
Only 10 seconds.
I should get last pick then, I guess.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Come on. I'm not gonna pick. I will let my money run out. I will let the game abandon.
Your pick.
I don't get what the fucking problem is. You should be ready to fucking pick. All three of them are guilty.
Я, кстати, тебе сразу говорю, Огр полный
10
долбоёб,
seconds to pick.
прям конченый, прям...
No.
Мы проебались.
Your turn to pick.
I'm ignoring him. It is your responsibility, and you shouldn't have had that problem. Void's rough.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
It's not my problem. In my mind, I've already muted him because he came into an English server and isn't speaking English. Assumably, that's allegedly. He actually could have queued in a different server and got put with us, but I don't believe Dota does that anymore. So they've said. Who was their last pick? It was Wind Ranger. Got it. There's a lot of assists for a Centaur.
Run, mages, run. I'm with you.
Perhaps this battle
There's
Got no
some
spree,
reason
so why
to
not?
attend.
internal conflict between good and evil.
Don't have enough for that, so guess that's
Yes.
life.
Easy.
There's nothing more frustrating than people who won't / can't communicate. Hard support ogre in my lane, fucking awesome. It's not the worst. It's doable.
We have a plan.
If he can harass, that'd be super cool. And it's not like this troll random. I just want that to be clear. Like, well, I can't even see it anymore.
I won't let you
He fucking chose Troll Warlord first. So like, I don't know how many avoids I get, but if I can and I remember, which I probably won't,
30 seconds.
I will avoid Troll straight up.
Guys, just prepare that we have a dumb motherfucker over.
moving into position. Wonderful. On my way.
Rubik 2.
Give
Murder
no
each other
quarter.
for my amusement.
That happens.
Now it's louder than I thought it would be. I obey. I go where I'm needed.
Whirling axes ranged. I guess a slow can matter. I'm just thinking about it like conceptually. It's doable.
We don't have time to waste.
They're
Let's
blocking.
move.
Cool, it's Nature's Prophet, just what I needed.
Only one of us.
I literally can't even like do anything because these things are gonna just fucking harass me.
I won't be defeated.
They do give money, but not much.
We can't hide.
The good thing is that the lane's pushing, so one way or the other, I'll probably still get some creeps. Of course I lose it. Thanks, Ogre.
Let's stop these bastards. I'm ready.
Like, literally, this is the fucking stupidest lane already.
They will know what hit.
There's no opportunity for me to get less hits at all. I'm being fucking blocked and harassed by these things.
It's time.
Hit them, Ogre. Thank you. It's your fucking job, dude.
Closing in.
I've never actually had this before, so I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do here. But what's pissing me off is I have this one last hit, and I'm not gonna get any more. This fucking game's already over. I'm close to just rage quitting and just abandoning, but I can't stomach it, so I won't.
If I ever drop a
Because honestly, this lane is such garbage. I cannot believe it attacked the range group there. Oh, come on, that was so close. Stop drawing aggro ogre, please.
crafty, I must. I'm ready for a fight.
First blood.
Ready to fight.
My hands run red with first blood.
On it. The battle continues.
I'm glad Ogre is harassing him, so I'm not actually that mad about the fact that he died. It happens.
Denied.
What I'm irritated about is that he expected me to go in when I was still level 1 when he started. Oh my fucking god. He does 2 more damage than me, more attack speed, and his fucking armor shredding is ruining my entire lane. So frustrating. Thank you for pulling. I don't even know. I guess it is about to push, so that's fair.
It never ends, does it?
Thank you.
There's so much more for me to learn. And I can't hide.
I can't even begin to stop him from taking all my farm here. It's one of the most frustrating games I've played in a long time. This is more frustrating than the last game just because I can't get anything. Thank you.
The battle continues.
The other thing I'm hoping for is that the mid game goes well.
On my way. Let's make some gold. Thanks for letting me have that one. Ready to fight.
Come on.
We have a plan, right? Let's keep moving. I won't let you down. Closing in. I'm ready.
It changed. Fucking creeps. It's still at vision.
We don't have time to waste. Of course. No loose ends. Time to turn your inside.
I'll die for him. I don't care. Nice job. Nice job.
I rise to meet another one down. I go where I'm needed.
We may forget Radiant's courier.
I can circle back, but I don't overkill. I'll commit. Whatever.
Yes. Thing is, you think you're good at this. Let's move.
That was a good way to catch up. Good job.
Let's get to work.
He does have double edge, so I'm definitely gonna take my 5th level will be of
Not today.
my shields. Oh, thanks. I have one's coming, but I appreciate it.
This is what I trained for.
My farm isn't as bad as it was. Don't worry, I have another one coming. I'm just manning him out.
I can't let
Or I'm dying. Alright.
Quite a spree. 2 down.
I need to be better equipped so that doesn't happen again.
Centaur is level 6. Nature's Prophet missing.
Yes. Let's stop these bastards. Move. I'll make short work of them. I don't bow to magic. I'm ready.
Is someone coming?
Let's go. Closing in. I've got this. You have no power over me.
Your
Let's
middle
keep
tower is
moving.
under attack.
Let's move. Let's get to work. Would it kill someone to heal me? Let's stop these bastards. Did you need that? I'm ready. You think a couple cantrips are gonna stop me? Back to basics. On it. I'm with you. Yes.
fortified. Your
Of
top
course.
tower is under attack.
Ready to fight.
Top tower
I go
under
where I'm
attack.
needed. We have a plan, right? Yes.
I don't think we can do much to him anymore. Ogre, he's pretty strong.
Moving. You must
Middle
be
tower being
honest.
attacked.
My will is strong.
Rapturous flowing through one's veins.
Wonderful. My weapon is distinct. I strike swift and sure.
Yeah, I was about to blink. I was in the middle of blinking back and I was gonna ult him. Hate when people fucking dot me, by the way.
Okay, so maybe this is a redemption arc. Let's
But people seeing us struggle up there, do you think somebody might come? I never get rotations from fucking like my other lanes ever.
You know that's from me. We don't have time to waste. Show no
Your
mercy.
middle tower is under attack.
I've waited for this moment.
Your top tower is under attack.
Any last words?
I hope having a top tower was not a
It's
part of
time.
your strategy.
Moving into position. I won't let you down. We're under attack. I can take more than that, eventually. I can't hide.
That's fucking annoying. It's all hell.
On my way.
Alright, they're trying to push me out of jungle. Of course, always. I know I'm an anti-mage and I get it, but we do have 3 cores.
Bring me more. Back to basics.
You accidentally destroyed the enemy's bottom tower.
I go where I'm needed.
Nobody's pinging, but I haven't muted, so.
They can't hide. It's time. I'm feeling warmed up. Yes. The battle continues. You challenge me? Counter magic was my first lesson, and I learned it well. Wonderful. Let's make some gold.
I'm fine. Number 1. Number 2, they pushed me out of here, into here, into here. So it's not like I have anywhere else to be.
Let's go. Easy money. You won't beat me. Let's keep moving.
Killing spree.
Easy. I won't let you down.
Her words sound outside, that was very strange.
Moving. Let's move. Give no quarter. Show no
Top
mercy.
tower
Let's get to work. I'm ready. Closing
You can't reflect Nyx, so I just gotta get this magic resistance.
I obey. I need more gold. Ready to fight. We have a book. Let's say goodnight. Yes. Why would you think that's a good idea? On my way. I strike swift and sure. I've got this. Of course.
Bottom tower be intact.
I'm taking you down.
Dire structures
We don't have
are
time to waste.
fortified.
That should help.
Let's stop these bastards. Weapons are fast and fear. This is what I trained for. On it. I'm ready. Let's get to work.
He can't even kill me.
Not ready. Only one of us will survive. You challenge me? Yes. We don't have time to waste.
Enemy towers are now invulnerable.
I'm with you.
Your
Keep the
bottom
money.
tower is under attack.
Face me. This is what I trained.
Sorry for the low commentary. I'm just mad. I'm just mad.
I obey. My mentor would be pleased. Closing in. Yes. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I'm ready. Let's keep moving.
Your bottom tower is in ruins.
I'll make it quick. We have a plan, right?
As soon as possible, it'll be a bigger team fight.
Moving into position. Those who turn to magic will be punished. Let's go. Any last words? I'm gonna need a lot more where that came from. It's time. It's not cheap getting the gear I need. You will be defeated. They can't hide.
Your top tower is under attack.
Let's stop these bastards. Make sure. I go where I'm needed. The enemy is here.
Top tower under siege.
On it. I won't let you
No
down.
one go defend top tower. It needs to learn to defend itself. You've lost your top tower.
I don't fear death. I've got this.
Rare that I have to mute an entire game worth of people.
On my way.
Your middle tower is being torn to pieces.
Not common at all. I find myself a pretty, like, agreeable person.
You know that's for me.
Mega kill. Enemies are ravaging your middle tower, and it's a beautiful day.
Easy. I wanted one of these for a
Congratulations.
long time.
Your middle tower is being attacked.
Time to turn your insides out.
That
Let's move.
middle tower you used to have. Wasn't it lovely back when you still had it?
There's nothing you can't overcome. Moving. Let's make some gold. I didn't spend all this time training just to hit creeps. But damn, it isn't hypnotic. Ready to fight. Moving into position. I can't hide. I've got this. The battle continues. This shouldn't take long. I don't run from a fight. I've waited for this moment. I go where I'm needed. We have a plan, right? Fight till the end. Surrender or die.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I'm with you.
Bottom tower being attacked.
Let's get to work.
There's profit over there. Night vision here.
I obey.
Not gonna bother picking it out because my team's not gonna listen anyway.
Fight till the end.
Probably dead.
I'm ready. We're under attack. You'll have to try harder than that.
Fortunately, I'm very escapable, so should be fine.
Ready to fight. Let's stop these bastards. I'm ready. Of course. Easy. Let's make some gold. On my way. Another step towards perfection. Back to basics.
Unstoppable.
You challenge me? I'll cut our enemies down. Let's move.
A quantity of murder, both sick and wicked.
Let's keep moving. Yasha. Yes. I'll make it quick.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I won't be defeated.
If you have any last words for your bottom tower,
Moving in.
it's
Not so fast. You're no match for me.
bottom tower being attacked.
Let's go.
Dire have fortified their towers.
We don't have time to waste. More training.
Actually, fine. Thunder doesn't really hurt me anymore.
The battle continues. Let's make some gold. On my way. On it.
We can fight if they want to, but I think we just lose it.
Of course. I won't be broken by magic.
I foresaw your death the moment you were born.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've got this.
Bottom tower being attacked.
We don't have time to waste. Ready to fight.
Fighting without troll seems questionable. All right.
Let's keep moving.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I've waited for this moment. Yes.
Your top tower is under attack.
Wonderful. Closing in. Let's move. Give no quarter. Let's go.
I'm so annoyed. I shouldn't have played another game.
No mercy.
I'm not playing another one after this, so I've already committed.
This shouldn't take long.
Immortality. Sean's blood is spilled.
Let's stop
The
these
radiant
bastards.
shed no tears. Farewell, sweet angel.
Mantis. It's time. I don't run from the fight.
Your bottom tower
I
is
obey.
under attack.
Good, Brewmaster.
Let's get to
Your
it.
top tower is fallen. Your top barracks are under attack.
Easy. You won't beat me. This is what I trained for.
Your top barracks are
Yes.
two. Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, I wonder if she just threw herself into them. It's dumb. She's really greedy for that troll. I don't get it, but I.
Your middle barracks. How not there anymore is.
Okay, let's try this again. I go where I'm led. We have a plan, right?
I hope your top barracks were a nuisance to you because if so, I've got great
They
news.
can't hide.
alright, down. It's not going to be any more or less down now.
Face me.
Your middle barracks is avoiding incoming enemy mega creeps.
I don't fear death.
Mildly annoyed, I guess.
Any last words? Surrender or die. Talent alone is nothing. Yes. It's time. You think they're gonna pay for it.
That's bash lock. Nothing that can be done.
Your ancient is under siege. An incredible situation. Their ancient defeat. They can no longer
I never thought I'd say this.
And that is how you handle a game you're losing. When people are toxic, you don't get toxic back. You mute and you move on. It's the only thing you can do. Then, if you want to report them after the game, more power to you. Example, I'm going to now mass report everybody on the team. Because it is not okay to bully people in Dota. It is communication abuse, and it is, in particular, supposed to not happen. You are making people not want to play Dota. All of them. When you're negative to your team, you increase the chance of losing, as well as just being a dick. You just make people not want to play Dota. We're not going to have a game. Like, I know Dota is still big now. Obviously, you can tell, I believe, the stats you can check. Where are they? They used to be up here. They're probably still around somewhere. I'm sure you can find them. Number of people who are playing at any given point. But it will eventually go down, like any game does. And what's going to end up happening is when you're negative towards people at your bracket, just because you think they don't belong in your bracket or whatever, not counting things like smurfing or whatever, that's an entirely different issue, you're going to make people not want to play. So then you're going to lower the player pool for that bracket. You're going to lower the player pool in general. The less players there are, the more the game stales, because you'll end up with the same people in the same games eventually. It does happen, especially at higher brackets, like Nettie when he was Divine. He saw the same players quite a few times throughout, like matchmaking. That will happen at all brackets, and then it'll be even more annoying because you won't be able to avoid players because you'll be stuck with the same people. They won't let you. It'll be more of a preference rather than an actual rule, like where you can't match with them. So this general concept is just the way to kill a game. It's the way to say, hey, this game I like playing, let's just not play it anymore because the game won't be supported and servers will be shut down. Now, will that happen this year? No. And I mean a year, not like the end of the year. I know it's obviously October. But like by next October, probably not. 2 years, maybe. It's possible. If the game doesn't have a lot of support anymore, then it won't exist. Now, Dota's been around since 2013, I think, if I'm guessing. And so obviously the game has already lasted 8 years. And do I think suddenly it's going to shut down from a couple bad eggs? No. But I will say that one of the reasons that Dota did the anime, in my opinion, and that Dota has done the new player mode and all that stuff is to get new players, because they're the ones who see the statistics, and they're the ones who will realize if something's going wrong with their general audience and their general feel of the game. Many longtime players quit. Now, should some of them quit? Absolutely. Some people are probably burnt out and wouldn't want to play anymore. It's fine. I took a break. But you're looking at a game, and you have to look at the long term, and if the creators think they need new players, then that means they need new players. They could very well just stop supporting Dota at any time, not counting before a tournament or something. Once they've kind of locked in, they're locked in. But, they don't have to keep it up. They could just say no more events, right? So they kill all this, no more tournaments, no more sponsor tournaments, So they would just say, look, somebody else can figure it out. If you want to do your own tournaments, that's cool. They would allow people to do that, and they would pay nothing. They would do no money, no whatever. Which means the tournament scene, the pro scene will start to die. So people won't care anymore to build up to pro. So some of the higher level people will stop playing who believe they'd be pro whether they're accurate or not. Then there'll be people left, so it'll be nice a little bit at the higher level because then you won't have so many people who are trying to go pro. It might just be more casual players, which can be good or can be bad, but it does start to leak down because then if there's no end goal, then some people will smurf more. Sure, they'll get banned ideally, but you do end up losing players. It's like smurfing. Why smurfing is not okay? You lose players because people come into a game, they get absolutely trashed time and time again. They don't want to play anymore. Game's over. People like that in that game make me not want to play Dota. Bad, and could be Dota's fault. I don't care whose fault it is, but no communication between team due to language barrier. No communication with team due to complete toxicity immediately, and repeated negativity throughout the whole game. And I muted half the team like quickly, and people were still hitting with negativity. They're pinging all over the place. They're trying to play the game for us. And by the way, I'd like to look at that game super quick, and I don't want to dwell too much on this, but I was almost as high as troll in net worth. P.S. Because I ended up catching up. But like if you look at my line, like I did really poorly right around here. But I started catching up towards, reasonable compared to our team. Like me and Troll were close right around 20 minutes onwards. Me and him kind of intertwined at that point. Brewmaster's farm started out kind of math, okay for a 3, and then completely plateaued the entire game. So I just want to note, like if they're going to say AM's the problem, the lane went poorly, sure. My farm ended up getting back more than other people's. That's just something to consider when you think about the game. Just wanted that to be noted. I wasn't the best player in the game, absolutely not, but I just want that to be clear, like, that's part of it. I don't really care about the items, actually. So, just looking at games, that's just something important to note, is that, like, I had more farm than most people on our team. When they say I can't ever carry the game, it's like, no, I can get some farm, I'm behind. And it's a hard lane. Like, Centaur Nature's Prophet is a super oppressive lane against someone who's melee like Anti-Mage and isn't like a fighter like Sven. Like, Sven might be okay, but like Anti-Mage is not going to be able to do much about that. And Ogre isn't the ideal support, but he's fine. I thought he played fine too. I didn't even like shit on Ogre. I was pretty nice throughout the laning phase. It doesn't matter though. People will turn on you in a dime in this game because they're fucking vicious. Like, I hate that mentality in any game. This person has done one thing wrong. Let's jump on them, and we'll just put the entire issue on them. Completely ignoring any facts or shared responsibility. Let's just go ahead and do that. It's like, that doesn't solve any problems. There were lots of mistakes. Ogre overcommitted in my lane. Small mistake, because it wasn't a big deal, but a small mistake. Troll overcommitted repeatedly because he has ult, and it cost him his life multiple times. I got caught out at least once, and my farm wasn't super efficient just in general being around the map, although we were pushed in all lanes, so it's like, where am I going to farm? I can point out things for most of the players in that game. Rubik died all the time being out. But no, we're going to completely ignore that. Let's put every single piece of that to the side. Let's just, and by the way, there's no parties, right? Because I think I'm still in strict, yeah. We'll put everything else aside, because that's obviously fair, right? It doesn't even matter. I'm sure they reported me too. I'm sure almost every person in that game reported me. I almost guarantee it on my team. And if I actually get low prio, and I mean this when I say this, if I get low prio for that, I will never play Dota again. That will be the last game I ever play, and I 100% mean that. Not because of low prio taking that much effort to get out, although it does actually. People have told me it does, because the fact that they make you win means you can play a lot of games because everybody's so toxic that you never know what's going to happen. Also, it's a single draft, which you don't want to play, ideally. But, like, I'm going to real talk, like, if I got low prio for a game like that, which I know Nettie has complained about before. Nettie has said that he's lost behavior score for just not playing well enough for his teammates' expectations. So I know it's possible. It does happen. But for me, someone who communicates, I'm never toxic to anybody, right? I didn't say anything in text or voice that was negative. I was actually very positive towards Ogre and Lane. If I somehow got reported for feeding, which means the Overwatch system would be flawed then, because they're supposed to have that be reviewed, I'm pretty sure, for anything that would be feeding. That would mean the player base also believes that's feeding, and if that's the case, I don't want to play with that player base anyway. That would just be like the nail in the coffin for me, where I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. The players of Dota are the worst part of Dota by far, and people consistently say that, but it's true. And it's true of most games. I would argue the most competitive multiplayer games, usually what makes it the worst is the players. And people say that because any game that actually has a mechanical problem usually doesn't get played that much, so nobody cares to complain about it. If a game's bad, then no one's gonna play it and complain. That's the worst part of the game, right? So it's not fair. It's a bad situation there because you're not gonna compare bad games to the mechanics problem. But because of that fact, the players are what determine if the game is good or bad. Because if you have good players, the game can be very positive. I've had games where I've had lots of friendly players, not Dota necessarily, but although that's happened in Dota, but other multiplayer games I've had where like a lot of people are like super positive about it. They're like cool, they're communicative. They're all about the teamwork. They'll try to like coordinate in a positive way. But the problem is that there'll always be bad apples. So you'll never get a consistent 100% good experience, no matter what, and that's just true. But when a community can turn so sour that I can get in 2 games with a bunch of toxic people on my team, both games full, when I'm at full behavior score. And it means that people aren't reporting them, granted. So, that's an argument in there. I obviously reported my entire team the second time around. Somebody had called a report, so it's not going to affect dramatically, I'll just mute them, but it could affect their behavior score slightly. If I can have max behavior score and play 2 games and get absolute cancer on my team both times, that would already make me not want to play Dota. But if I somehow manage myself to get into low prio from that, I just won't play. It won't be worth it to me. I'll just delete everything. I'll uninstall, actually. I'll keep my items, I guess, because there's no reason not to, but I'll just uninstall the game. I'll make a video of me doing it too. If I get low prio, I will make a video of me in the low prio screen, and I'll do a share screen so you can see me out of Steam, and then you will watch me uninstall it, because I will. I won't reinstall. I'm pretty sure from coming back from Dota the first time that I'm fine being back. I'm not against Dota, but I'm not so jazzed either. So like if Dota suddenly took a turn, I'm done. Either way though, negativity aside, at the very least, most of the broadcast tonight, meaning for the Twitch viewers, was for Back 4 Blood. Way better. Back 4 Blood's a great game. I love cooperative games that are not competitive. I do like the versus mode too, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I love playing like a campaign co-op thing where like nobody's against us. I don't have to have toxicity because they're all our friends. Much better experience. So hopefully we can do that again soon. Appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you all next time.